What's going on, guys? Mike back with Horror Junkies, and let's talk Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I actually got to go see it Sunday, and I'm not going to throw out no spoilers, guys, because I'm not going to do it. But I am going to go on a rant because, wow. I can honestly say that I wasn't impressed. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It wasn't great. You see what I'm saying? Afterlife for me was better. Honestly, the new people that they had come into this movie was better than anybody from Afterlife, I would have to say. First off, saying Peyton Oswalt. His performance was really good. I love him as an actor. He's absolutely perfect. The role he played was perfect. It was great for him. Kumal, really good. I didn't like his character, but I loved his performance. It was great. But for me, Paul Rudd was probably about the best thing that happened to this movie. And I don't even like Paul Rudd. I don't even think he's funny. I mean, he's not bad as an actor, but he's not funny for me. I think in most movies that he's funny, and he just tries to be funny too much. This movie, he was actually funny. I actually thought he was funny. But everybody else, the story for me was just not there. I think for me, they wow.
What the hell?
It's terrible because I don't even know where to go with this. McKenna Grace, the girl that plays Phoebe. I think that they tried way too hard on her story. It just wasn't there for me. I do like the fact that they made her take a back seat as being a Ghostbuster because she was too young. I get that. To me, the one performance that I wanted to see there, which he's in the trailer, which is the guy, his name's William. He plays Walter Peck in the original Ghostbusters. In the original Ghostbusters, he was an asshole. And in this one, I really think he took a back seat to everybody else, and his performance could have been way better than what it was, but I think they just made him take a back seat because he's a very good actor. 100% really good actor. He was a complete asshole in the first one, and where he tried to be in this one, I think that they just lowballed him and just, it was terrible. I think that he probably got the worst deal out of all of them, other than Finn Wilford, the kid that plays Trevor. His part was a filler. It just seemed to me that they didn't know what to do with him because it's kind of almost like the whole movie. They did not know what to do with certain people in this movie, and it just made no sense. They used him to bring in Slimer, which is in the trailer, and it just didn't work for me. They could have used somebody else, and it would have probably worked a lot better. I just think that he was there, he was in the cast, and they had to do something with him, and his lines weren't really that great. I mean, at one point, all you heard from him was, "I'm 18 and I can drive." That was it. That was it. Carrie Coon, doll. I enjoyed her more in Afterlife than I enjoyed her in this one. Annie Potts was there. Dan Aykroyd was there. Ernie Hudson was there. Bill Murray, very little, not much. And his roles were just tame, and you pretty much seen them all in the trailer. And that's where we're at today with this, is because all these studios, they love to ruin the movie in the trailer. So the best parts of this movie you see in the trailer, and that's the worst part about it. The villain, the bad ghost in this, they showed everything in the trailer. There was no surprises, and that's probably one of the things that made this movie not very good, because you've seen everything in the trailer that meant anything. There was no surprises, none at all. It to me, it just did not perform. The story wasn't there. And there's a little bit of a story with McKenna Grace, but I'm not going to go into it because it's spoiling some things. I'm trying to hit on things that you've seen in the trailer, which was pretty much the whole movie for the most part. The Logan Kim, who everybody knows as Podcast, very little parts. It's funny because him and the girl that plays Jasmine, or her, basically Lucky is her name. I don't think it's Jasmine. It might be. I don't know. Lucky is pretty much what she goes by in the movie. Her and Podcast, they go to New York, and where's their fucking parents? Nobody knows. Did their parents just let them go with Ghostbusters and to New York City and let them Ghostbust? Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I think at one point Podcast says that his parents think he's at some kind of camp or something. I don't know. You would think. It for me, it just didn't hit. Annie Potts,
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
she suited up. You seen it in the trailer, but that was it. You didn't really see anything from her. She had a couple lines. They showed it in the trailer. That was it. For the most part, it just didn't sell for me. The special effects are great. The CGI was great. The cinematography was great. Everything, when it come to the lighting, everything was there except for the story. And that's the bad part, because they show you every good thing about this movie in the trailer, like they always do. It's terrible. And that's my rant. Because I don't want to spoil nothing for you guys. You know, I want you guys to experience this for yourself. I had high expectations for this. It just didn't hit home for me. Unfortunately, because I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the first and the second one. Of course, the remake, nobody liked it. So I'm not a fan. Afterlife, I was a huge fan. This one just wasn't there for me. It really was not. And it's unfortunate, because it just seems to me like they just went towards the children of this movie, and that was it. You know what I mean? All us old school Ghostbusters fans, it's not going to be a treat for you guys, I'm pretty sure. It basically boils down to be a kid movie at this point, which they could have, made some kind of TV series out of that. Just let the kids take this TV series part and let the adults take over. Paul Rudd and Carrie Coon, let them take over, recruit some new people. They could have went that role, but yet the kids are just scooting in, and it just didn't hit for me. So that's going to be it on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, guys. I definitely appreciate you getting in, watching my channel, leaving the comments. Like always, if you love this, if you like this video, just hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that too. So that's going to be it, guys. Until next time, this is Mike with Horror Junkies, and I'm out.